All right, today's video is long form because I'm telling the backstory. This is the place, and when I found it, it was a leftover field of, I think, tree tomatoes. So this had already been farmed somewhat with previous owners and then was getting overgrown, and I saw it as the spot I wanted. So what you see is an 8x10 building with a dormer, and then the patio that's 8x4 over there. It will not be enclosed. And we'll get into some of the design fun that I had getting ready to build. But first, just kind of want to tell you about what you see. The stem wall was originally what I was going to do because I thought I was going to build with brick or adobe, which is a Brazilian thing that's not very well known, but I found it to be very intriguing, building with wet adobe bricks enclosed in some sacks so it dries as monolithic. But I opted against that. I made some. I haven't built the machine to make them. Still got it. Probably use it someday. But later I decided to do what is a traditional building method here, which is barreque, which is wattle and daub. So yes, timber built, and then you fill in with earth. And the reason that I mentioned the brick or adobe is that the bricks are 20 centimeters wide, which is why my stem wall was just decided at the time to be 20 centimeters wide. It's like 20 or 30 centimeters deep, and then below that is a rebel trench. It's actually gravel of descending depth, starting there, with a PVC pipe at the base of it, with holes in it like a French drain style, so it lets the moisture in the bottom of that trench and drains out if there's a lot of moisture, which there was before we had the place covered, out to the creek. Now, it's covered, that doesn't happen anymore, but it does keep capillary action from letting anything get into the earthen walls so that they will survive as long as the rain don't get them. All right, so next to tell you is that the pillars you see are 3 meters tall. I am 2 meters tall. And you can see my hope seems to be manifesting, which is that I continue to have horizon sightline even standing inside the house, which never happens. So all you tall people, yes sir, doing it the right way for us. Okay, now the very fun part of this, and hopefully I can get some photos up sometime, is that the rafters are made of a tree that was here on site, pretty much, of Andean alder. Semi-hard, semi-soft, pretty fast growing. Just depends on who you ask what they call it. Not often used for rafters, but I needed these corner beams. If I remember correctly, they are like 9 meters long, maybe 8. I'm not remembering, but they are very long, and I just was not going to find those and be able to bring them up the hill either if I bought them. So I made them. Or actually, Ramiro milled 19 of our alders with a chainsaw. Unbelievable feat of reality to watch that happen. And then he turned them into tablones to sell. Well, we sold them to. We sold the trees to him, and then he went and sold the tablones. So these rafters are made of wood that I treated and dried on site, and then we cut to dimension with a bigger table saw than the one I showed in the other video that I'm using this trip. Okay, everything else is cedar. I should say the girders are also from that alder tree because they are so fat and so long that I wasn't going to be able to get that easily, nor did I want to transport it up this hill. So that's what's going on in here. I designed this in a sort of free online version of AutoCAD called Tinkercad. I taught myself to use that. It was very fun. Kind of got addicted to it. And it really helped to envision and make decisions and to keep things in order. So this design, with a few exceptions, was what I came up with. I had the exceptional help of Tim Cross, a friend from Austin who now lives in Frankfort, Kentucky, retired architect who gave me some seriously awesome pointers. And then I have a friend, Ethan, in Portland, who also gave me some structural advice about the dimensions of the girders. They ended up smaller than he suggested, but that's fine. And then the folks that built the place, Waira and Sebas, well, I should say Waira helped kind of to convince me of what Tim had said, which is that if I built this thing, if I was starting with 3 meter tall pillars, I might as well add like another half a meter and just have a second floor. You know, but me being tall, I wasn't about to make it a silly ass loft. I want to stand up in there. So yes, I can stand up in there too. You'll see more about that design later, but essentially there's going to be a loft level right there. And there's going to be a loft level one step higher over there, so it's higher underneath. I will have to duck under one beam as I get up the stairs right there, and then once I'm under, I can stand up, and I am 2 meters tall. Then you get to the balcony door, and you step on out onto the balcony. All right, so what else to tell? Seismic area. So we do have a significant footing for these two pillar bases, and we did not connect them to the rest of it. That would have been insane. But what we do have is reinforced cement down here. And we also have, this is something that Wyra suggested for the seismic situation. We actually dug in and welded the plate to the rebar on the inside. And then this is also welded to the plate from to above. So hopefully we're good on the seismic situation there. A last minute design thing last year was the skylights. I'm ridiculously happy about them. Make me very, very happy. The balcony was an addition also that I was thinking about, and then Wyra and the guys were like, you know, you should put a balcony. So I did it. The other suggestion that they had that was very nice was to put translucent on the sides of this patio out there. So I appreciate that suggestion. Gets more light over here to what's going to be kitchen, dining room type situation. Basic thing, out the back door, it's going to be shower, and there's going to be a composting toilet, a baño seco out here. And we had to hand level this site like 7, 8 years ago. Probably the hardest thing I've ever done. Between about 4 people. It was insane. Can you believe that? With freaking pickaxes and hoes and shovels and wheelbarrows. And what it did